Hi, this is Jessica Wilson again, and today we will be talking about starting plants indoors in preparation for our outside garden boxes. And these outside garden boxes are very useful, especially in urban settings where you have smaller properties or smaller places to plant things. These raised beds, which I'll come outside and show you. Now it's very wintry out, but these raised beds are very helpful. They take up little space, and with the raised beds it's easier to harvest and to plant, and you can get better soils this way and mix in all the amenities you need. Okay, this. Alright, for our garden boxes, I'm going to be starting tomatoes today. And we start those inside because tomatoes need a long time to, well, in our area, which is Zone 5 of Illinois and Chicagoland area, tomatoes need a good 4 to 8 weeks indoors to be mature enough to be ready to harvest at the time you want them. Okay, so I'm going to start them in these little containers. These are just plastic potting containers. You can save them from the old plants you buy at the store, or you can buy them at supply houses or landscaping supply places. Okay, I'm just going to start by putting soil into each one of these, loosely pack it. Do not press it down or compact it at all. Want to fill them up, and I'm using a good Miracle-Gro potting mix to start. You can use other kinds of potting mixes, whichever you want. This one has fertilizer in it already, which is kind of nice. It'll give the plants a good start. As you can tell, there's bigger chunks of matter in this soil, and this helps with the air flow and the water drainage, which is good. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm making a mess. Okay, now I need to find my tomatoes. Here we go. And like I said, it's very important. Please read every package. It'll tell you the proper seed depths, when to plant them, and things like that, and how to care for your tomato plants. Okay, today we're planting big beef tomatoes, which are very delicious, good for salads and salsas. Okay. Alright, tomato seeds are very small, so, it is kind of hard to plant them. I just use my fingers. Okay, and I like to put 2 into each little spot, so just in case one doesn't sprout, the other one has a chance. Okay, so we just put them in a little and just cover it lightly. You don't want to bury them too deep. This is the package says, I believe it's 1/4 of an inch. Yes, okay. Alright, now we'll do that. I'll plant all 6 of these. And you can do more than 2 seeds also. Okay. Now this tray is ready. And it depends on how many you want. If your garden calls for 24 tomatoes, if you can fit that many, just plant, what would that be? 4 trays of 6. Okay, just plant what you need. Don't waste them, because if you grow them right, you will have enough plants. Okay, now we're going to water them. Since I'm inside right now, we're just going to start them indoors. I'm just use the faucet. Another good way to do it is using a spray bottle. This way the water has time to absorb into the soil. Let's do it this way. Just lightly water it. You don't want to really get the soil. It's very dry, so we'll take it a while to soak in. And just be careful, because the water will force the seeds up. We don't want the seeds to come to the top. We want them to be buried a little. Okay. Alright, now that we have it kind of damp, I'm going to set it by a sunny location. Actually, let me grab my other tray. And normally I would fill this up, but for today, I'm gonna grab the wrong size. Okay. Okay, now we're going to take our trays and we're just going to set them on the racks. And this is going to be in a sunny location. We have the open windows, and we're going to put this by the windows so it gets more sun. Okay. Since we started in the house, the temperature is going to be controlled, so we don't really have to worry about that. But plants need water and sun to grow. So every day, check your seedlings and make sure they're moist enough. Just use your finger. If not, water them. Don't water them every day. Water them thoroughly. You know, maybe once every other day. Depends on the plants, though. And once you see the seedlings coming up, you know you're doing a good job. Like I planted more than one seed, so if you have 2 seedlings coming up, pull the weakest looking one, so you have the healthier plant. Okay. If the plants outgrow these, or in probably 3 weeks or so, 4 weeks, when they get big enough, you can then transplant them into bigger pots. This way the plant will continue growing to its fullest potential. Eventually you'll have them probably in pots this size before the temperature is right to bring them outside to our garden boxes.